everybody, and welcome to another amazing episode of Behind the Brand with myself, Cece. Today, I am joined by Rifile Precious Mooketsi. Ke nyaka gore ningizwe kahle ukuthi even if I'm Zulu, I can proud for the, you know what I'm saying? She joins us today, and she is a boss lady, a mother of two, an R&B artist, a rapper. All I can say, she's a multi-talented. She knows how to do lantern dance, and I'm really excited to have her today. You guys know her as Fifi Cooper. My lady?
Yes, ma'am.
Boss lady?
Excuse me.
I mean, did I say the boss lady?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to say it louder for the
Shout
people at the
out, boss
back.
lady in the building. You already know, first lady. Yamotswako.
Yes. How are
ma'am.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's
By
been
the
a
way,
very...
I have to put it out there. You look so pretty.
Thank you.
Look so cute, honey.
People always said we looked alike.
Really?
Yeah.
Ke tshwana le mongwe le mongwe. I feel like
I also
Yeah.
get that where I
You
feel
know?
like maybe I'm just
Crazy.
a shapeshifter. I'm going to.
but it's good.
How's everything been, How's music been? How's creating been? How's motherhood? Yeah.
I think for me, like, everything has been great because also, like, I'm learning a lot about myself.
Yeah.
I opened my own company.
Yeah.
I'm also, like, learning the business side of things.
Yeah.
So it's challenging, but it's crazy at the same time
Yeah.
because, I feel like I'm growing every single day and ka pace yaka, and to me, it's like the most beautiful thing. And I'm just excited, for the people to hear what I have been, working on.
Yeah. I mean, your musical journey started from a very young age.
Yeah.
Singing in the school choir.
Yeah.
And the church choir. Who discovered you and thought, what's it? She can sing.
My dad, Nanali Live Band, he used to play bass guitar.
Yeah.
Mabana.
Yeah.
And, I think he knew that, kinale talente before I could actually realize it.
Yeah.
Because he would get home and, like, just play his guitar and, like, ask me to sing, you
Yeah.
know. And from there, like, I felt like the response that I was getting from him
Yeah.
and when I was singing showed me that there's actually something special about, my voice.
Yes.
And he's the first person that made me realize that I have something, you know.
Yeah.
I have talent e leng gore, only me can have it,
Yeah.
anyone else.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
shout out to my dad. Even though he's not here anymore, I feel like he's looking down on me and super proud
Yeah, may so
of the
rest in
person that I am today.
Yeah, definitely. I think
Facts.
any father would be proud.
Yeah.
You've taken great strides with the highs and the lows.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people watching are really excited to see you, rise
Yeah.
again.
True.
And I feel like, you must call your EP or album The Rise of the Fee. The Fee, though, must have F-I, Phoenix.
Woo! Where we at?
Yes, because I feel like it's so
Well, yeah.
difficult for female creators as well. You know what I mean? So I just want to say we are proud of you and all your accomplishments.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
and we'd like
appreciate
to
that.
thank your father
Thank
for
you.
realizing, because I know a lot of parents are just like, hey, music,
yeah.
akibone
Skolo pele, which is also like my thing. Like now that I have kids, I
Yeah,
understand like why
yeah.
my parents used to be like
Emphasize.
fitza skolo pele and then.
Yes.
But in the midst of me going to school and everything, they were still supportive. Like if I had rehearsal ya ko kerekeng, they would
Yes.
make sure that I am there. And that fueled like, my focus
Yeah.
into, putting the effort in making the brand grow as well.
Yeah.
So shout out to my parents. And I
Yeah.
know as a lot of artists, like we go through that where parents are like, hey, fetsa skolo pele, o batla go rapa, what do you mean?
what
you
is
know?
that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so shout out to them
Yeah,
for actually like really supporting me.
Definitely shout out
Yeah.
to your parents. So you did R&B.
Yeah. I
Right?
started as a singer.
Because I want to know the transition from like an R&B singer, because you've got a phenomenal voice.
Thank
So
you.
like, you want to rap.
I think the fact that ke goletse ko Mafikeng and growing up, I was surrounded by a lot of like Motswako artists.
Yes.
Like growing up, how ya mega city, how ya go show,
Yes.
definitely Jeba, Casper, Kulichana, you know,
Absolutely.
because Rezoko plicking one. So
Yeah.
that to me like made me feel like, you know, gona le gap where there's no, you know, female or
Yeah.
representing what we do, you
Yeah.
know, or where we come from.
Yeah.
Because to me, motswako is not just a genre. It's not just hip hop to
It's a
me. Like
lifestyle.
it's me, you
Yeah.
know, teaching people my culture, teaching
Yeah.
people my language.
Yeah.
And, you know, growing up Komafiking, I had to definitely be, you know, that girl e leng gore ke representa ko ke tswang teng. And the first song that I did, literally like the first rap song,
Yeah.
it was a challenge
Yeah.
and I took it lightly. But when
Yeah.
I performed it, I realized that it's more than just a challenge,
Yeah.
you know, like this could actually be like my life
Yeah.
and what I am called for, because I believe that every talent is a calling, you know, hence it's given to you and you only. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't know, fortunately or unfortunately,
Which one? Which give
I
it
don't
to
know.
me?
Let me finish. That I've after you, I've never heard another Motswako queen.
Never. Till
Like,
today, it's been
yeah,
14 years. I'm still the
absolutely.
only first lady of Motswako, and I want to change that. I want, you
Yeah,
know, more Motswako queens to come through and actually be proud to
yeah,
say, you know, ke Motswako's second lady, if that's
yes,
the case, you know.
yes.
But I feel like there's a lot of talent, especially ko Bokone Bophirima, where I feel like they should come forward.
Yeah,
And, you know, like for me, like I always feel like I'm a trendsetter. I don't want to follow like what other people do. I would rather take a chance and start something, even though I know, you know, what it comes with. Like starting something, say, like it's super difficult.
absolutely.
And I want to be remembered as that person who took a chance and paved a way
Yeah,
for people who thought that it's not
it's not
possible.
possible.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen anyone maybe in the rap space who you think, you know, she could potentially be the next? Because I feel like we are in the industry now, but our job is also to pass on the baton and
Yeah.
see who else is in the space that we can say this is the future of Motswako.
Um, there's a lot of people, a lot of girls, let me put it that way. Ba e leng gore I feel like ba na le potential to represent Motswako as female
Yes.
artists. But I don't know what's the issue. I don't know like why are they not out there, you know? Obviously the Jenny tsa rona di tshwane, and you know, pace ya ka le pace ya gago di ka se tshwane, but I just feel like also like co-signing can change someone's life.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just you as a Fifi Cooper saying, this is the next big thing.
Yes.
It for confidence, Elena.
Eh.
But I also used to struggle with that a lot,
Yeah.
especially being the only female rapper. And I've never had like my brother's back. Like
Yes.
the Khosi tsa Motswako, it was difficult. Like I don't know if I could say difficult, but they didn't like push me as much as I thought
They
like they
would.
would.
Yeah.
And I had to learn that you should push yourself and be your number one fan and not look at like the cosigning and you know all of this, because di kgona go busetsa ko morago at the end of the day. But I feel like I do a lot of workshops. There's a show that we were doing also in Bokone Bophirima where I was a judge alongside Kulichana.
Yeah.
You know, where we were really like trying to look at like upcoming artists
Yeah.
and see how we can help them, you know,
Yes.
get there, you know.
Yeah.
Even a feature with Fifi to you as an upcoming,
Yes.
it does a lot
Yeah.
for, you know, your brand and your growth, your journey. So
Absolutely.
I don't know. We've got a long way to go,
Yeah.
you know, one step at a time. And Linda ha ke batle go ipa pressure eo ya gore I need to put on, you know, goals because
Yeah.
I'm still, you know, trying to get there myself.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of people will look at me and feel like, but ufitlile, but
Yes.
I don't feel like ifitlile as
Yeah.
much as nna ke e bona, you know, Jenny yak. I feel like I still have a long way to
Yeah.
go, you know.
And like, what do you see for yourself? Like, where do you see yourself? Because you say, I mean, a lot of people are like, Fifi Cooper, you know, she did it. She got the awards, you know what I mean? She performed. What is it that you see for yourself, and why you feel like you haven't gotten to where you wanted to get?
Um, I'm a big dreamer.
Yeah.
Like I always want more, you
Yeah.
know. But one thing that I always do is that I appreciate where I am, and I
Yeah.
always thank God
Yeah.
because even though I want more, but I still understand that where I am, a lot of people want to get there,
Yeah.
and I should be able to say, "Thank you, Father, that you took me this far. I know you can even take me, kagala." And I always like relax and understand that timing, ya Modimo jo, like for the fact that he gave me this talent, I always say that God puts his toughest soldiers through life's toughest
Yep.
battles. Because we believe gore any battle, e o kopanang le one, you will come out of it strong.
Yeah.
And at the minute that you understand, like, that you don't have to put pressure on yourself. I know a lot of people are like, yo, why haven't you been dropping? Why haven't, they don't understand. And I'm one person, like, I choose what I put on social media because I always have my guard up with,
Yeah.
like, what I open up with,
About.
like, about,
Yeah.
like, even if, like, with my kids, I know, like, I will be responsible if I'm the one to put them on social media.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I will be the one.
Yeah.
When they go through something, backlash or whatever, because those people behind the phone, they don't really
Yeah,
care
they don't.
about your feelings.
Yeah.
Like, it's as if you're not human. And I'm so, like, selfish about what I say. I would rather go a month without saying anything, on social media if I feel like it has nothing to do with my job and my
Yeah.
career and my
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Because that can be one thing, e leng gore it takes me 10 steps back.
Yeah.
And um, mechanism work and my focus in everything, I think about those things.
Yeah.
And I always make sure that, you know what, I need to be safe no matter what. And
Yeah.
I'm responsible of my safety. Yes, I can have bounces around,
Yeah.
but I also need to be aware of, like, what's happening, where am I, who is around me, what's happening,
Yeah. Yeah.
type of thing.
I think it's great that you are the kind of artist that thinks like that. Things like that. I mean, I think a lot of people obviously wanted to know, why did you take a hiatus for so long? You know what I mean? And you speak about challenges that we come across in the music industry as artists, right? And like, what are some of those challenges that you've come across? Because even listening to your new song, it says, "Nizamile
Ngivuleleni,
yeah,
yeah.
kuthi nizamile ukungivalela."
Ngafika goaling imncane, like,
Yes, yes.
like, um you know what's beautiful also, I will touch on the album. It's called Chapters, and Ngivuleleni is one of the songs on the album. But the reason why why I'm calling it Chapters, it's because I feel like every music is a chapter to me. It's like, you know um ke go kwalla bophelo ba ka in a form of a book, because yes, I can do it musically, but there are people who will forever cherish that book. And even though it tlo go nna di-lyrics fela, but it's a book, but it's chapters of my life.
Yeah.
And if you still want to get to know who Fifi Cooper is, you will understand, once you listen to the album and once you go through all the chapters, and, it will open up, dilo tse e leng gore o ne o sa di bone ka nna as an artist, as a human being,
Yeah.
as a female rapper in a
Yeah.
male dominated industry, some of the things that I'm opening up about, they're crazy,
Yeah.
and it's not things that people are ready to talk about, because society irile this thing ya gore you should believe in this certain thing. Once you go out of, the way,
The frame,
yeah, from what they're used to, then you look crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I want, people kausane ba itse gore, this female rapper was comfortable ka stylist. Yes, sex sells and whatever. As a female, I will have managers. That's why till today I still don't have a manager, because they have a different version
Of what
of
they want.
what Fifi Cooper could be from what I feel like I
Yeah.
could be. Like
Yeah.
like I said, I don't want to follow, like, your typical journey of what an artist should sound like or what an artist should look like.
Yeah.
Because I believe that there's so many of us who feels comfortable a certain way, but because ha gona ope o ba dirang comfortable, they will feel like they're doing something
Yeah.
wrong, which is totally not right,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
You
Why
already
did you
know.
take so long, my sister?
Why
Because
did I
we
take so
missed
long?
you. Yes.
I'm working on a lot of things.
Yeah.
I'm a boss now, you know? I'm not
Yes.
only an artist, I'm not just behind the mic.
Yeah.
Now ke go di boardroom ke sign the contract,
Yes,
o understand
man.
ke na le di meeting le di lawyer, handle the samro, the sampra, the wate, because that's not what I knew coming
Yeah.
to Joburg. When I
Yeah.
left Mafikeng, I just thought, music, you just make a hit and everything is fine. You know, until I signed my first contract. And I was like, damn, why didn't I learn about this?
Yeah.
Because now I'm trapped in a contract
Yeah.
that doesn't really serve me,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that doesn't work for what I want to do or want
Yeah.
to achieve,
Yeah.
you know, because
Yeah.
also remember that I'm not from Joburg. I'm here for the hustle. I
Yeah.
left my kids at home with my mom. If anything happens to my child, I should be able to e-wallet and say, oh, lady, twar. You know, I don't want to be here. Get lema hore ke a pusha, but my bank balance
It's not
doesn't
balancing.
balance,
Yeah.
you know, with
Yeah.
what I'm here for.
Yeah.
So those are the challenges, but also those are lessons.
Yep.
Because sometimes we gotta learn the hard way.
Yeah.
You know, le ngwana o mo raya gore ke mollo mo tlash
Eh.
wa go
Wa
ya.
kgotla, eh.
Until a utlwa gore go a fisa,
Eh.
then a ka se tlhola a boela da because wa itse gore yo ke a go sha.
So you speak of like lawyers and contracts that don't benefit you as
Yeah.
an artist.
Yeah.
How do you then get out of those contracts that, see, even the heavens are like, speak? How do you get yourself out of those contracts? And how do you get your royalties?
It's difficult to get out of a contract that when I as a upcoming we one thinking that you understand, because there are hidden clauses
Yep.
in this industry that la o ka itse sekgowa o ithaya gore o badile sentle ka nta wa bala tsone. You know, certain things ka language ya di lawyer is
Eh.
different to the way rona re understand. So how I got out of, you know, my first contract, I don't know. I think it was just God, because
Yeah.
I was ready to pack my bags and go back home, because
Yeah.
I was like, this is it. There's
Yeah.
no way I'm gonna come out of this. And you know, shout out to EFF, because they came through to me and they helped me with the court case situation that I was going through. And I will always, you know, appreciate that, because I don't think I would have came out of that, because it also takes like that thing, like the lawyer say per day per meeting.
They'll tell
He's
you.
not your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's money.
It's
you know.
bond.
So when you fight with people who are financially good or stable,
Yeah.
and when you're still trying to, you can't fight those people,
Yeah, it's
because
true.
they are definitely gonna defeat you, because they have, you
The
know, financial
resources,
backing, and resources and stuff like that. But it was God's grace, and that's why I had to learn from that experience. For you know what, Fifi, no matter what, don't ever, you know, find yourself in the same position where
Yeah.
now you are binded in a contract that doesn't serve you
Yeah,
anymore, you know?
yeah.
And we grow
Yeah.
as people. Like, I would rather sign a 6 months contract. Guys, after 6 months, it tla be ke popile.
O lapile wa tsamaya.
Because nagana ke sign le wena for 3 years. Ke a popa mare fee ya ka still 20%. Like,
And no performer goed,
yo,
mara tšhelete
every
is
week,
not
yo,
reflecting.
anyege sana. What do you mean? Yo.
So what advice would you give to like upcoming artists? Because I think a lot of those artists get signed because they don't have the resources. That is what
They
they state. But what advice would you give to them?
I think, you know, advice ke phelang ke fa, you know, my people and like the artists that, you know, I work with, is that always, 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 always make sure hore, you know what you're doing. And at the end of the day, a lot of people, they look at us, they see music videos, they think that that's our actual life.
Yeah.
And that is not my life. When you look at me and you want to be like me, you don't understand like the
Yeah.
things that we go through for us to look that cute on
Yeah.
TV. Like, go na le di makeup artist, go na le eng, you know?
Yeah.
And I always tell them that don't look at someone and want to be that person because
Yeah.
you don't know gore motho o go through eng, o goile through what.
Yeah.
And all you gotta focus on is building your craft, building your talent, building your career, and everything will just fall into place. Like
Yeah.
stop looking around who's doing what because o tlo go misa timing ya gago and dinako tsa rona di tshwane. You know,
Yeah.
God a ka se re bless rotlhe ka nako e one.
Yeah.
That's why there will always be someone at the top.
Yeah.
You know, mo
Yeah.
radiong ha go te number one song.
Yeah.
I say mang le it's just one song. So there's no way we can all be at the top at the same time. You need
Yeah.
to wait.
Yes.
For nako ya gago re fitlhe. Be patient and understand that God put you in that position for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you feel like artists now are chasing numbers versus chasing longevity?
It's crazy now because it's not like before. You know, now we have people from TikTok that can just wake up and, you know, have a hit song because they have numbers.
Yeah.
But our musician,
Yes.
you just have numbers as a content creator.
Yes.
So now as a musician, ha go sana le that thing ya gore o feel special because you know anybody can do it
Yeah.
because of the numbers.
Yeah.
Before we used to really fight, you know, with your talent.
Yeah.
Gore ha o compare so ba utlwa gore yo a ngwana wa opela or ngwana wa rap. No, it's not about that. Like
Yeah.
if 500K people like your song already,
Yeah.
it's a hit, radio will want it.
Yeah.
I mean now radio and TV is going to social media,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
It's not about, you know, the talent, it's about the numbers now.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a dangerous thing because you find yourself that kaosane ha o sana pina, ha o sana di followers, ha o sana batho ba commentang because you know you are just trying to chase everything and you're not finding yourself. I feel like we need to learn to find ourselves
Yeah.
and know gore power ya ka e mo kae. Yes, you will grow kaosane le nna. Shout out ke batla go nna actress
Yeah.
ha ile gore le shebile one day wa bona ba ntseng e ko lockdown ke go
Yes.
tronkong da
Yes,
Wa bona,
yes,
I
yes.
want to get there eventually but I know that right now my focus is like being an artist
Yeah.
and giving the people that have always, you know, followed me since 2008
Yeah.
a valid reason of why they've been following me all these
Yeah.
years, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you've got a new song
Yes.
that you've done with Luandlo Nkulu, First Lady to First
Of
Lady.
Nkabi Records.
Of Nkabi Records. So,
Yes.
what is the name of the song, and how did you guys even get into the studio? And in the song, she's not even singing; she's kind of rapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, it's crazy. You know, I saw an interview somewhere, but Fifi Cooper doesn't work with female artists. What? Maybe she has a problem.
Yeah.
And that is not true
Yeah.
because I've worked with a lot of artists before. I've worked
Yeah.
with Nomuzi.
Yeah.
I've worked with, you know, Tapsi.
Yeah.
And now with the Luandlo Nkulu song is the fact that we are combining two, you know, cultures.
Yeah.
Two different, you know, backgrounds.
Yeah.
And Motswako allows me to do that because Motswako is a mixture,
Yes.
you know.
That's why it's
and
called Motswako.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if it's a first lady of Nkabi, it's very Dubani. You
Yeah,
know, if
yeah.
le not very first lady of Motswako, it's very Northwest.
Yes.
So together we are powerful.
Yeah.
And I believe in that because I
Yeah.
believe that Rona le basadi, there's a certain power that we carry.
Yeah.
You know, hence Modimo are trustile ka gore e nne rona ba re tshwarang bophelo ba motho before a fitlha mo lefatsheng.
Yeah.
So there's a certain power that we have as
Yeah.
women and
Yeah.
we can never sleep on that,
Yeah.
you know, and I always want to make songs le mazuti. It's
Yes.
just that ke intimidate bye.
Yeah.
But story for another day. I mean, you already know.
I mean, speaking of females not getting along, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
At some point, you didn't speak to me, and I've always said I want to meet her. I want to talk to her.
Yeah.
And I want to ask her: is it
Yeah.
something I said? Is it something I did?
Not
because
really.
I want to go to her and say, I'm sorry if what I said or what I did, I outwara sharp.
Let me tell you, and let me be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, we're not like friends.
Yes.
We've never been like close, but
Absolutely.
obviously, like, we're in the same industry,
Yeah.
and I know your music, you know my
Yep.
music. Obviously, re kopana,
We were
you know,
supposed to
we
even
want
make the
to.
Runaway remix together.
I know.
Yeah.
But thing is, I left my previous record label.
Yeah.
Yes, you came later on.
Yes.
But you know, before I left the record label, already people were treating me otherwise because they were told that I'm a diva.
Yeah.
You know, so we were separated somehow. I had this thing ya gore, Sisi o nagana yana kana. And I
Eh.
had that thing ya gore, lo wena o nagana yana kana. Until later,
Yeah.
ke realize gore, you know, even in the game, there's a certain way we get to be manipulated
Yeah.
and not be aware.
Yep.
As artists, we can hate each other and we don't even
no
know why we're
reason,
hating each
yes.
other. But for me, I always protect myself.
Yeah.
If you are with my enemy,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna smile
You
with
qualify
you
as-
because it means you are also fighting
But
me.
you are with my enemy. I still smiled with you.
You
my
understand?
sister.
Nagitsa personal. All my life, yo bolelele. I had to fight. Gore ke
Yeah.
fitlhe mo ke leng teng.
Yeah, yeah.
I've always felt like an outsider, like a third wheel. Like, so I always have to protect myself. If I feel
Yeah.
like you're gonna hurt me, I'm gonna, you know,
Yeah.
I'll tshamekela fair le wena because
eh.
I'm trying to protect myself.
Yeah.
And mentally, let me tell you, I don't think a lot of people would survive if they were to be in my shoes
Yeah.
for even a day.
Yeah.
I also don't feel like I'll still be here sitting with you today
Yeah.
because of the things that I went through. I had to find, you know, a way where I can run away from certain situations and like, you know,
Yeah.
back myself up.
Yeah.
And, you know, because in this industry, we come across a lot of things.
Yep.
We go through a lot of things behind closed doors. What you guys see on music videos, that is not my life.
Yeah.
I have a life outside of that. That is my job.
Yeah.
You know, so we are all different, you know, in our ways. And the things that you have went through, only you can understand why you move a certain way because you know why you move a certain way right now.
Yeah.
Trust.
Yeah.
So trust me, I didn't care about you. I'll see you and I'll be like, you want to know. Yes, yes. Somebody didn't name it. And it's a fact. Like it happens to a lot of us.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and that was just a part of my life.
Yeah.
Where I was really down and
Yeah.
I felt like people were kicking me and
Yeah.
I'm down
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah.
So I had to just shut everyone out, especially Okada, because I knew the things that were being said about me. Gada.
Yeah.
you
And they
know?
were not even true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there was just a whole lot happening, but we learned from those things.
Yeah.
And I love you now. We're sitting together right now.
Yeah.
You know,
I
the
I've
same
always
very
loved
people
you.
that were in between us ain't here.
Yeah.
You know?
So a bit much. Just
We
me and
move.
you. Thank you so much for clearing that up. And I guess it really comes with like what you've experienced in life and
True.
growing and learning things about yourself that you're like, okay, I shouldn't approach certain situations this
Like
way.
that,
So I
yeah.
appreciate that
Yeah.
about you. And I will always have love for you.
I love you.
I think you've contributed to the music game in a big way. And whatever situation you go through, just know that I've got your back. I can't
Aw.
speak for anyone else, but I've got your back. You know what
I
I mean?
like
And I
that.
see you and I appreciate you. I
Thank you.
recognize you as a mom, as a
Yes.
boss, as a mentor. I think a lot of people do kind of need people like you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we don't get a lot of those people. Everybody is for themselves.
Yeah.
And you are willing to pour into other people's cups.
Yeah.
And you are willing to grow other people.
Yeah.
And you are willing to share your story and teach people
Yeah.
life lessons based on what you've gone through as an individual.
Yeah.
And to do all of that and still be a present mom, shout out to you, my baby.
Like that.
So now I'm
Thank you.
excited. Okay, now I'm excited that you are gonna perform your song with Ulwandle Nkulu.
Yes.
And I've heard the song. I think it's absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
But one last question: do you feel that hip hop is making a comeback?
People were saying, hip hop is dead. Hip hop will never die.
Yeah.
You know what? Refaba to the opportunity.
Yes.
But hip hop will still be on top.
Yeah.
Because the genre that's well, yes, they will come, but they will go.
Yeah.
You understand? Hip hop will never die. And I like the state of SA hip hop right now. The guys are dropping. The guys are back in the game. We see hip hop trending every single day. We see new hip hop artists, coming through, dropping. And to me, like, it makes me happy. Like, my album is ready. Chapters, and
Yes.
I am super excited about dropping it.
Yeah.
Like my single featuring MT and Maraza
Yeah.
is dropping,
I love
this week, Kadi
that.
29, it's in November.
Yeah.
And we will be performing it for the first time, Come Off Town High is 29 November.
Yeah.
So I think, the hip hop, SA hip hop industry is really coming back on top.
Yeah.
I like the fact that I am hearing it on radio.
Yeah.
I am seeing it on
Social,
TV. I am hearing it, Kodi gigging. They are there, they are present. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to, see what 2025 looks for
Yeah.
when it comes to SA hip hop.
Did you work with any upcoming hip hop artists?
You know me, I'm a
surprised?
mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a mother. I've already done that,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pushing an artist right now by the name of Swift 1520.
Okay.
He just dropped a song called Dumelang. And, possibly that's going to be probably the first artist that I sign
Yeah.
under Mo Cooper Records.
Yeah.
But I do, work with a lot of upcoming producers as well.
Yeah.
Like with this album, actually, I've given them a platform to, show their talent. And I can't wait for South Africa to hear it, honestly.
Absolutely amazing stuff. Not only is she a mother to her children, but she is a mother, a first lady to the upcoming artists of South Africa. Whether you are a producer, a singer, she is there and she's got your back. She's going to give us a phenomenal performance right now. And South Africa, you better look out for this.
Boss lady.
Let's go. Baby, kumele kwayikatiki bethu angeke ngiphumelele. Angeke ngiphumelele.
Bathi.
Bethu angeke, ngeke ngilunge.
Bathi.
Bethu angeke ngilunge.
Hey, buddy.
Bethu angeke ngiphumelele.
Khale baba tla go ntsolela. Khale ke ba bona gore ba mphaphela.
Ba re ngeke ngiphumelele. Ba re ngeke ngilunge.
Exhale.
Baby, kumele kwayikatiki bethu angeke ngiphumelele. Angeke ngiphumelele.
Bathi.
Bethu angeke ngilunge.
Bathi.
Bethu angeke ngilunge. Bethu angeke
We got the bill paid. Real deal, no favor. Double consider the paper. Big deal, scout trailer. Rebata fella the paper. Ngeke nilunge bafana bam. Mohola chako same. Ngeke nilunge bafana bam. Mokina letaka sam. We get in the back. Suta when we get in the check. Bare suta we getting the black. Bare suta rekena ka black. Yeah, bare hey.